After leaving El Bolson, where I saw the Andes for the very first time, I took a beautiful bus ride north and arrived in Bariloche. It is a city sitting right on the edge of the enormous Nahuel Huapi Lake, with wooden chalets, stone buildings, and mountains rising in every direction. It feels a little like stepping into Switzerland, until you remember you're still in Argentina. One of my first outings was Cerro Campanario. It is about 40 minutes by bus from the center. You can take a chairlift to the top, but I decided to hike up. Once you reach the summit, the reward is immediate. You get a full panorama of lakes, islands, and mountains. It is one of those viewpoints that makes you fall silent for a moment. One of the highlights of my time in Bariloche was the hike from Cerro Catedral to Refugio Frey. I took the chairlift up to Cerro Catedral and started the trail from there. This is not a simple path. It is rocky, exposed, and adventurous. You scramble over boulders, cross patches of snow, and walk along steep drop-offs. If you enjoy a bit of adrenaline, this route is perfect. After 3 to 4 hours, we reached Refugio Frey, beautifully located next to a mountain lake. Some people stay overnight, but we continued down toward Villa Cerro Catedral. In total, we were hiking for about 7 hours. The section from Cerro Catedral to Frey was the most spectacular part of the entire day. Another day, I headed to Puerto Pañuelo, the starting point of the Cerro Llao Llao hike. From here, I followed the full Villa Tacul loop. It is a 5-hour trail through forests, along Lago Moreno, and eventually up to the summit of Cerro Llao Llao. The climb is gentle, and the view from the top is stunning. Blue lakes scattered between green hills create a classic Bariloche scene. After completing the loop, I returned to Puerto Pañuelo, right where I started. After a few days of hiking, I wanted something different. I rented a bike and cycled Circuito Chico, a 25-kilometer loop through the same area. If you are used to cycling in the Netherlands, the hills here are quite a surprise, but the downhills make up for everything. To finish my time in the region, I joined 3 other Dutch travelers for a 2-day road trip along the famous Seven Lakes route. We drove first to Villa La Angostura for lunch and then continued north towards San Martín de los Andes. Even with clouds, the viewpoints along the way were incredible. Lake after lake and mountain after mountain passed by. We spent the night in San Martín de los Andes, where there happened to be a performance on the main square. Yeah. The next morning, we visited a viewpoint overlooking the town and then chose an alternative route back to Bariloche. We took the entire day to drive it and arrived back in Bariloche just before sunset. In a week and a half, I packed in a lot and still did not come close to seeing everything. Bariloche is one of those places where you can easily stay longer. The city, the lakes and the mountains all invite you to explore. If you love nature, hiking or simply being outside, Bariloche is a place you will not forget. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and join me on the next adventure.